Hi everyone, thanks for checking out this cover of Till the Day I Die by Luke Sital-Singh. I'm a big fan of Luke's and have been for, since 2016, the Fire Inside album. And when I realised he had a new EP out, I was very excited to transcribe some of it. So I've done this first song, but I might even do some more. So this song is actually quite straightforward to play. We're going to need the capo on the first fret, okay? Now these chords are all very simple, basic chords, so I think a beginner really could definitely play this. So let's go through the chords at the beginning. We're just going to have a standard G chord. You might want to play this one with the last three fingers rather than the first three fingers, just because the chord that we're going to go to is quite close in shape, and it's easier to do this than this. So anyway, G. 3 from the 6th string, 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. We don't actually use this high note up here, so you could even get away with just using, the two middle fingers for sure. Okay, G. Then we have a C over G. So really what this is a C chord with a bass note on top of it, which is a G, right? Which is just the second version C really. G is in the C chord. We're just putting it on the bass. Now what we do, instead of putting your little finger up here, which makes it a little bit more awkward, our little finger replaces our third finger, and our third finger goes to the 6th string, the G note. So from the 6th string, that is 3, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. Again, just a C chord with a different bass note. We have an A minor chord. Okay, so from the 5th string, 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. We also have a D major 11 chord. Now what this is your C shape, it's your C chord, just up to the 5th fret, right? So from the 5th string, that's going to be 5, 4, 0, 3, 0. So 5, 4, 0, 3, 0. Okay, we also have an E minor chord, which is 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. And your standard C chord. So from the 5th string, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. Now the rhythm for the pattern and the rhythm for this song is pretty much, throughout the entire song it's the same, right? The rhythm is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if you took your G chord, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, and it's going to be the same for all the other chords. Yeah. Now what's different is the picking pattern. So this will change really depending on what kind of chord you are on as to which strings we pick. But for example, for the G chord, I'm going to use my thumb for the two lowest bass notes. So I'm going to pick the first two notes, the 1 and the 2, like beats 1 and 2 with my thumb. And then I'm going to alternate between my thumb and index and thumb and middle finger for the 3 and 4 and. So it's going to go thumb, 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 index, thumb, middle finger. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. Now the strings I'm doing this on, for the thumb, for the G string, it's the thumb, it's a 6th string, then the 5th string, then the 6th string, 4th string with the index finger, 6th string, 3rd string with the middle finger. Now this will all be on the screen as well with the tabs below. So that might clear it up a little bit. Okay, and what's kind of unique with this is that actually really we're using most of the lower notes. So generally with this kind of finger pattern, in songs I've seen it with, middle fingers will be on the strings 4, 3, and 2. So, yeah, like that. So it'd be on the, we're using slightly higher strings, but Lou's chosen to just use mostly the lower notes, and every now and then we'll chuck in a high string. So in the next chord, the C over G, that'll be that. Now this pattern is the same all the way through. When we get to chords like the A minor, our thumb is going to be jumping down to the 5th string and the 4th string, right? But the pattern's exactly the same, and it's kind of pretty intuitive as well. And once again, if I jump over the string picking pattern on some of these chords, it'll be on the tab below, so try and follow along. And the thumb, I'm pretty sure for all of it, is going to be playing the beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's just going to be the index, it's going to be, and the middle finger that's going to be playing the and of the 3 and the end of the 4. So no matter what strings you're on, the thumb is going to be playing every single pulse on the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just imagine that's going on in the background the entire time. Okay, let's get into the song then. So for the intro, we have just a G chord for 2 bars and a C over G for 2 bars. I'm not going to go into because I've explained the finger picking pattern and the tabs will be below. I'm not going to do it for every single chord, for every single section of this song. I'm just going to go through the chords now, okay? So the intro, we've got G, 2 bars, and C over G, 2 bars. Let's start with the G actually. C over G, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and repeat it. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, fairly straightforward this part. Once again, I hope the picking pattern is fairly intuitive and obvious. Tabs are below. Okay, so we get into the verse. The same thing, 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C over G. Okay, and then we're going to go to A minor and then to D major 11. So G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now the C over G is where the pattern changes in the second bar. Rather than going 1, 2, 3, and 4 and, we're actually going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're playing every 8th note in this beat. So from the C over G, here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now Luke actually plays that high, the C note up here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? I mean, it's not crucial that you play it. It's, you know, you can even put these in a lot more often if you wanted to. But with the record, he puts it in there. We go to the A minor, the D major 11, and once again here, on the second bar of that D major 11, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're playing every single bass note. Let me jump down to the G again. 2 bars, C over G, the high note, A minor for 1 bar this time, D for 1 bar, sorry, D major 11 for 1 bar, and jump down to the G. And we got a high note there in the G at the end as well if you want it on the second bar. Now you'd repeat the verse again, so you'd repeat the entire thing again, which would then lead us onto the chorus, which then starts out with that E minor chord, 2 and 3, and just 1 bar, jump to the C over G, and an A minor. Okay, so let me play that together. E, C over G, A minor, 2 bars, repeat it, E minor, C over G, A minor. And now we get to the rest of it, E minor. I go slower, C over G, G, D major 11, A minor, D major 11. Okay, now the chords change very quickly in the last part of that chorus. Every single bar. Now, the tabs will be on screen. I realize I'm moving through it quite fast, and that's because, as I keep saying, the picking pattern is pretty much the same. It's fairly intuitive, and they will be on the screen. So let me get back to like the intro, essentially. We play the intro again. So it's just the G. Actually, there's a difference in this one, and that's that in the second bar of the G, we're playing every note. Okay. Verse 3 is the same, like the next verse is the same as the one we've been through, so I don't have to explain all of the chords again. The chorus is also the same. Right, and then we get to the instrumental where you have the kind of the lap steel guitar, the slide guitar that's doing a very lovely minimal solo. And these chords are 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of C over G. And in the record there is that little pull off there, so I'll explain that. We play our usual C over G pattern in the first part, so it's thumb, index finger, so 1 and 2 and the high C, and you pull that off a 3 and 4 and 2 bars of G again, and D major 11, resolving down to a C, 2 bars of G, now D major 11, the 4 bars really, it's 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and finish on that D note. I realise this would be an E flat if you didn't have the capital one, but in relation to the capital it's a D. Okay, and then it's just the verse, and this time it's a stripped down version, so we're going to let the last note ring out on at the end of part 1. 2, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, D major 11, right, G again, repeat. Now this time on the C, let it ring out for an extra bar, so we kind of just, it pauses here, and then it starts singing, back to A minor, D major 11, 2 bars of G, back to A minor, D major 11, G, finish on that low G note. Okay, so a couple of maybe little study tips if you're new to fingerstyle guitar is you could try playing these chords just with your thumb to begin with, right? Get used to which strings your thumb's going to be playing the bass notes on. That's the A minor and D major, right? And you could add in just one extra note with your index finger on the end of 3. So you could take the G for example, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 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 right? 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can just get used to that. And once you get used to that, you can then add in the next one on the end of 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and, right? So you can build it up this way. You don't have to go full on each time, and I really would recommend if you're completely new to fingerstyle, just get used to what your thumb is doing first. Kind of make that second nature, so you don't have to think about which strings to pluck. Yeah, and add in one note at a time after that. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so and liked what you've seen, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comment below. And if you would like access to the tabs and PDFs and guitar profiles for all of these transcriptions, head over to the Patreon and subscribe. Great, take care.